If you've been watching our channel for the last couple of years, you'll have seen two complete amateur DIYers take a rusty old unloved narrowboat and turn it into a floating coffee shop. And then we spent the next year taking it around the UK canals, trying to figure out how to make coffee and how to run a cafe.
Hello.
No taker.
No taker.
And we made a lot of mistakes. And we learned a lot of lessons along the way, like don't order loads and loads of ice cream if you haven't got the freezer space to store it. It doesn't all fit. But now, at least, if you came to the cafe, I'd be reasonably confident that you'd get a decent cup of coffee and you'd definitely get a really good slice of cake. The trouble is, some of our handiwork on the boat betrays its amateur roots.
In the bin.
And so before we set off this year, we've enlisted the help of some much more capable hands to try and give the cafe boat the love it deserves. So join us and see what it looks like, see what boat fitting looks like when you don't do it yourself.
Good morning and happy springtime. It's the first day of spring today. It's really early, it's about 7:15, and me and William are just going to go for a walk down to the river. It's lovely and sunny, and I think the forecast is same for the whole week, so it's double digits all week, which is great because we've got quite a lot of work to do on Holly still before our food safety inspection, which is coming up really soon. So hopefully Vic will be able to get a lot done there and I'll be able to help out a fair bit. But I'm pretty excited for this week. William's off to sleep. I'll show you the view from the top of this bit because it's lovely. He sounds like a real a grumpy man. Sometimes when he's trying to get to sleep, he's just like Hi. It's very misty this morning. Very misty, but I think the sun's burning it off and it's going to be quite a clear day. The springtime brings with it like more outside time, longer evenings, sunshine, and it's just like the best time to be on the water, I think. What do you think of them? I like to think this is the little social hub of the bird world at Trent Lock. There's a little dovecote that actually a pigeon is perched upon. There's always a couple of swans having a fight and loads of ducks.
Good morning. You catch us on our usual commute, just up to the cafe boat. Only this week, at the end of this week, we've got a food hygiene inspection. We've got to get a few things finished, namely the lining around the Houdini hatch, because a stipulation of the hygiene thing is that objects, ideally, shouldn't be able to fall in whatever food it is that you're preparing. And the current situation of the Houdini lining is that it isn't there. So stuff could fall into it, you know, I suppose. Anyway, it's one thing that we've got to tick in the box. Also, it means that the boat in general has to go from being construction site to being a lovely sort of gleaming, clean cafe that you can imagine people preparing food in, just to give the inspector the kind of best chance at giving us 5 stars, which is what we're after here. And as such, as you can see, I've got reinforcements with me. He's come ready to work, ready to rumble. What do you think, Bill? First time he's seen a lot of this. This is what your dad's been away doing all week. Here it is, the main offender. So this just needs to be lined out before somebody comes and looks at it, just because it just doesn't look very hygienic, does it? Having just a kind of rough bit of old wood tacked up to the ceiling there. So it would just be nice when that sort of suits the rest of the boat, and then we can present the inspector with a kind of finished product. We're both a bit nervous about this inspection, not because you know, we think that anything is going to be disastrously wrong, but just because we both just really want to get that 5-star rating. And also I think anybody would be a bit nervous about it, to be honest. It's somebody coming to inspect your stuff, isn't it? First things first, David's just knocked on with breakfast. Although it hasn't passed its food hygiene inspection yet, I'm still going to eat breakfast on this boat. Construction site or no construction site. Well, these blocks are going to form the corner pieces of our new Houdini hatch lining.
Look at that, William. You're going to have to come again. This makes life so much easier. Right. Quick and dirty mortises. Ideally, we'd cut this on a bandsaw to make the mortise for the tenon rails to go into. But not everybody has a bandsaw, and we're trying to do this a little bit more on the moorings, like somebody can do with just a small complement of tools. So we're going to be a little bit rough, and we're going to get the angle grinder out with a slitting disc in it, and we're going to see if we can get these 2 cuts in first and see how well it goes. Early diagnosis looks pretty good, to be fair. That's made a reasonably
I'd say
neat cut out of there.
Here's the finished article. Let's have a little look.
A little look. And that will drop into there. Make it a little bit stronger, and it's massively increasing the amount of surface area we've got for the adhesive. Considering that was angle ground, I'm fairly happy with that.
Yeah, I would be.
So we'll go on for the next one, and then I'll get the other rails marked out for these, and we'll basically have it dry, make sure everything fits, sand up, clean up the inside faces that are going to be more difficult to get to than the seam faces, and then we can have a glue up and hope it fits. See if after all that it don't fit, we're going to be a bit disappointed, aren't we? Let's be honest.
Here's a little update on the progress. I haven't been as good filming this as I should have done. We've just been sort of doing stuff instead. Got the Webasto on. Don't know if you can hear that. Very faint hum in the background. Sweet as a nut. That's just for fun mostly. Got the Webasto on, but also here I am, sort of beginning to clear out all the tools and gumph that I've filled the boat with over this time. DJ's not been resting. That's the shape of things to come. So that will, in not too long, be the lining for the Houdini hatch. We're kind of dividing and conquering again this week. I'm just mostly doing a bit of a tidy up job. I've got a few other little odds and ends and stuff like that to get ready for this hygiene inspection. There's a few jobs around here that remain slightly unfinished. This is one of them. David's done a well good trim around the hearth, which is a bit that just totally confused us. We had done the tiling and then we thought, right, how are we gonna cover that up now? It remains a slightly bit unfinished because there's just now this bit of the box that I'd made that now kind of comes into conflict with the surround with the trim that David's put on there. So I'm just going to nibble that out now with a multi-tool before I pack the multi-tool away, and then that'll be one job finished, which would be pretty good. This is the trim that I'm talking about, and this is the little bit that I'll nibble out now, because as I put that back, it comes into conflict with it. Let's see what I've done. Sometimes in DIY you've just got to do stuff. That's what I've found, not think about it too much. Just do it. I don't think that's gone too badly, so now I'll put all the stuff together and get it back in its rightful place. Alright, so as I should have expected, that job's become a little bit bigger than I thought, so I'm going to step outside and do it properly. That's one job, minor job, done, finished, for good.
If you will get yourself filthy, young lady, this is what happens. Oh dear. The water-loving baby is having a watery bath. I know it's a bit cold, but at least it's nice and sunny today.
David's cat's been out and come back. Been out all night and come back dirty. This is the solution.
All right, I know. Yeah.
She didn't mind that.
No, if you have the tap on, she's always there sticking her head under it, messing about, so...
Looks pretty good.
We'll see. Stand it up and see what's underneath, what lurks underneath it.
Is that an accredited technique?
Oh, hi! This is definitely one that's not in a textbook. That'll do, mate. It's going to need a little bit of trimming to get where the plywood's taken on a funny shape in the sunshine.
And action!
We've still got a little bit to take off on the top when that piece of steel snot's hanging down. Right.
Those side hatch linings that David's done, they kind of need to be secured onto the steel of the side hatch door with little screws. So those are the holes for which he's drilling now.
those things, when you look from a distance now and you see the linings, it looks right.
Yeah.
Joe and William have popped down for a little visit, and we've realised that this is the first time they've seen quite a lot of what's on the boat now, and it's probably the first time for you guys as well, because of my slapdash filming.
I think David's an absolute comedian.
You know, it's like the bloke doesn't just look funny, he's kind of funny. It's even better when he dips his head so we can't see it.
Are you ready to see this side hatch lining?
Shall we see if we've passed the test, William? That's the $64 million question. Oh!
Wow.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, wow. Oh my goodness, they look incredible, don't they? Wow. Ah. Wow, and it's even got those things. What are they called? Pellets. Oh my goodness, and seeing it from that side as well.
Yeah, that's
when
it's at its best, really, isn't it?
That's so good. I can't believe that.
Seeing it from this side's the best, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it looks like a perfect cupboard.
Yeah,
Wow.
a perfect cupboard.
On my CV.
Oh, it looks really good. Are you impressed, William?
Oh,
Oh yeah.
seal of approval. That's good enough for me.
Do you remember when you first came to us and we just had those doors and then our paper sign? I look back at that paper sign and I wanna have a good word with myself, actually.